That was just my brethren, Del Boy. Having a couple of spins. Welcome to Atiba's Vision. I'm your host for the most of the time. Ashram Diamond Round Table Wednesdays. It's all about having a wealthy conversation.
Everywhere I'm hearing people talking about you. Always used to worry about which dress to wear. Did you, girl? I remember a different girl who made me feel that I meant something in this world. Every day I find I'm living more without you, baby. You got no time for me. I figure I'm out of your life now, girl. I'm so far out of touch, baby. I figure I'm out of your life now, girl, and it's hurting me so much, so much.
Okay, coming back in a few minutes.
Welcome all who's just tuned in. Mr. Funky's going to be back with the music in a minute. One love, one love. Welcome on board. Glad to have you here. Diamond Conversations.
eyes, lady. I can be the one that you need right now, right now. I can be the one that you need right now. Yeah, I can be the one that set you free right now. Yeah, I can be the one that you need right now. I can be the one that set you free right now. Hey, yeah, I can be the one that you need right now. I can be the one that set you free right now.
Say that you want me, yeah. Say that you'll never leave me, yeah. You gotta tell me you need me, yeah. Don't let them take your love away. Say that you want me, yeah. Say that you'll never leave me, yeah. You gotta tell me you need me, yeah. Don't let them take your love away. Some say that I am a fool to love you, yes. And some say that I am too dumb to know what's right for me. But only I can live my life. Even only I can feel my heart ache. I never claim to know everything, but I know when your love's away, I can't sleep and I can't eat and I can't live and I can't breathe. So
Yeah, slow boy, we are chatting. 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 Slow boy, we are chatting.
back up all that shit you talking. FaceTiming my baby tonight. Oh.
Girl, I wanna take you where the sky is blue. There's only room for me and you. Ooh, girl, I wanna show you that I really care, and everything I say is true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I know that I can make it alone, 'cause I've been trying a long time. Trying to get next to you, trying to get into you, baby. Don't think that you really understand, so girl, I need you to know. I need you to know that I care, and I'll always be there, baby. You know that your heart's been got because you're in a free fall. Free fall. And you try really hard to stop, but now you're in a free fall. Falling for you. You know that your heart's been got because you're in a free fall. Free fall. And you try really hard to stop, but now you're in a free fall.
Mr. Funky, Mr. Funky, Mr. Funky, Mr. Funky.
Strip me down, take me for who I am, baby, and love me.
soulful. It's the right time, the right place, for the right people.
Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot sh. Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice, grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know when the violin, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, Dylan ain't Julio, he moody, yo. Type of rubber that'll slap you with the tulio. Real shook, scared to death, act fruity, yo. X that, look at shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she shake it make me wanna get all in the booty, yo. Top mistress of the banging misses and videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with this shit, make you feel it all in your toes. Hot sh, got all my people in red clothes. Dialing my metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you messing with lyrical player pros like that. You wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, ain't gonna be trust. Yo, it's a must that you heard of us, yeah, we murder us. A lot of people is wondering and they're curious. I mean, in my unit, do it is so mysterious. Furious, all of my people is serious. Shook others, we walking around fearing us. Front, baby, like you don't wanna be hearing us. Gotta listen to Harry, he'll be playing us. 30 times a day to make you delirious. Damaging everything all up in your area. Yo, it's funny how all the chickens be always serving us. All up in between their ants when they wanna carry us. Hit you good, then I hit them off with the alias. Barriers, chickens, they wanna marry us. Yo, it's flip mode, you stupid, you know we bout to bust. 7-figure money, the label preparing us. Fight the dust instead of you making the fuss. People know better cause they ain't no comparing us. Mad at us, cause you know better, we fabulous. If my people love with the flow, that'd be marvelous. Oh shit, my whole clique victorious. Taking no pictures with us, straight up warriors. When I feel it, then I know you be feeling so glorious. Then we blitz and reminisce on my people notorious. When you really wanna party like that, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me.
Fascinating, yet mysterious, so captivating. I'm just curious, is heaven missing you? Cause Lord knows when you're gone, I do. So when you get home, girl, when you get home tonight, is what I'd like to do. Start in the shower, massage you till you're home. To get you in the mood, I sing like Marvin Gaye. 'Cause girl, I want you more every single day. Tell me, who loves you, baby, more than I do? Maybe God above, and who take good care of you when you're lonely. You're my tender love. Oh, girl. When you get home tonight, is what I'd like to do. Start in the shower, massage you till you're in the mood. When you get home tonight, girl, I'll show you I want you. Said I want you, and I want you to want. When you get home, when you get home tonight, is what I'd like to do. Start in the shower, massage you till you're from your head to your toes. Tonight, girl, I'll to me. See, that's why you're my wife.
Yes, I should've known, cause you had my mind blown. Oh, the jump at the club on bump like what? I had to have you, babe. Saw you outside, the passenger side, cause I let my best friend drive. You was in line, that's when you caught my eyes, girl.
You were so beautiful. It was so critical.
So critical.
You look so crucial, girl.
Something about you, it's everything. You are mine.
Still right by me. Living life highly.
Spoken of, only love, only one.
You're my wifey. Make my life complete. Sweet. You know when I flip the street. Free. Only when it comes to me.
Wifey.
That's why you're my wifey. You know you're sexy too. I like your attitude. I ain't even mad at you. Girl, you're still my boo. Either braids or weave, skirt or jeans, you're still my queen. Baby girl, go do your thing. I'm so glad you're on mine. You are so beautiful. So beautiful. It is so critical. Girl, you look so crucial. Something about you is everything. You are mine. You're my wifey. Make my life complete. Sweet. You know when I flip the street. Girl, you know. Only when it comes to me. See, that's why you're my wifey. Get spin. You know. Keys to the Benz. Where the bed with some gems. You're someone I feel alright with. Someone I have my kids. For one I get my Let's take a sippy sippy. Describe you, I try to. You're my wife. Will you be my wifey?
Yes, I'll be your wifey.
Say you'll be my wifey, girl.
Yeah.
Will you be my wifey?
Yes, I'll be your wifey.
Say you'll be my wifey, girl.
Yeah.
Mr. Funky, Mr. Funky, Mr. Funky.
Hey y'all, are you ready to get out of your seat? Hey y'all, let me rock you to this funky beat. Hey y'all, are you ready to get up and jam? Hey y'all, let me tell you just who I am. Charlie, we got it where lose your mind. This joint ain't hard to find. We're gonna make it big for more. No. Ain't nothing but a party here. No need to fear, my dear. More box for your ounce and it's all real. We won't have some fun. It ain't nothing but a party, baby. Won't you come along now? Move it with your body. 2, 3, 4. Somebody say hip, hip, hooray. We'll party till the Y2K. No need for this to stop. No.
remember the 80s, dancing in the party, dropping all the latest moves. No worries, no cares. So family, you know this song's for you. So family affair. So family affair. We're bringing the love. So family affair. Yeah. So family affair. Just for you. Listen up, for the ladies. It's the greatest feeling. Stepping in those dancing shoes. It doesn't matter if you wasn't even there. So family, you know this song's for you. So
Girl, you look sweeter now. You got it every day, girl. Wish that I could love you now in a special way. You light my fire. I feel alive with your baby. Blow my mind. I'm satisfied. Outstanding, so outstanding, baby. Girl, you knock me up. Excited, I'm so excited, baby. Makes me wanna shout, baby. Gee, I feel so lucky, girl, to have you all along, girl. I really love the way you love me. Forever I'll be yours. You blow my mind, baby. I'm so alive with you, baby. You blow my mind, baby. You blow my mind. Outstanding, so outstanding, baby. Girl, you knock me out, knock that girl. Excited, I'm so excited, baby. Makes me wanna shout. Girl, you know, you know, you know. Outstanding, so outstanding, baby. Girl, you knock me out. Say, ooh, ooh.
You give me the sweetest of.
That's true, that's true.
That's why I'm in love with you. You give me the sweetest of.
That's true, that's true.
That's why I'm in love.
The one and only DJ Funky.
I know you, no nobody can stop it. I'll keep a secret and I won't shut it. I know you, no nobody can flop it. I'll be the lucky with the key to lock it. It's the way you move your hips that does it for me. And your warm style and make me love you, honey. I love you more than me gold girl and me money. I want to take a woman, introduce you to my honey. Because
You give me the sweetest
record, you must tune your bass to up.
That love, you know what? It's glamour, shoulder, hammer.
Welcome Jade Infinite and Electric Goddess.
Say ooh, ooh.
You give me the sweetest of
That's true, that's true.
That's why I'm in love with you. You give me
Your musical host, Mr. Funky, the music junkie.
That's why I'm
Hold out for Atiba and family.
I know you, no nobody can. I'll keep a secret and I won't. I know you, no nobody can flop it. I'll be the lucky with the key to lock it. It's the way you move your hips that does it for me. And your warm style that make me love you, honey. I love you more than me gold girl and me money. I want to take a woman, introduce you to my honey. Because
you give me the sweetest taboo. That's why I'm in love with
I'm
you.
sorry, lovely.
You give me the sweetest taboo. Too good for me.
Say ooh, ooh. Say ooh, ooh. Say ooh, ooh. Because your love is the sweetest taboo. Let me take you on a secret rendezvous. Your shawty don't change the issue. We will meet at the same place and the venue. To you, glamorous and you're gorgeous. You all make big man crash up them Lexus. Click off the light, you got the vibe. Girl, you all make me kick off the ear knife.
You give me the sweetest taboo.
Sweetest taboo.
That's why I'm in
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
You give me the
I'm giving you, you're giving me.
too good for me. Sometimes I
You
think
know what?
you're just too good for
I'm
me.
giving you, you're giving me.
Baby.
The sweetest taboo. Say, I'm giving you, you're giving me. The sweetest.
Welcome to the round table Wednesdays.
I'm giving you, you're giving me. The sweetest.
Time to have that wealthy conversation,
I'm giving you, you're giving me.
linking up the minds of individuals, sharing their passion and skill sets. That's right. Whoop whoop. If you're a Trini, say
Giving me. What we gonna do?
whoop whoop.
You give me the sweetest taboo.
Whoop whoop.
Taboo.
That's why I'm in love.
Don't say Trini, have vibes.
You give me the sweetest.
Don't worry, because you can't see the flag behind me.
Too good for me.
Take it from me. Me, I Trini.
You give me the sweetest taboo.
What a girl's movie, Sean.
For me.
Uh-huh.
And if you want to find me on Snapback, tell you more about it.
For me.
Shoulder, hammer. Don't say glamour. Okay. Here, G.
But he wasn't a match. Wrote some songs about JJ. Now I listen and laugh. Even almost got married. And for MB I'm thankful. Wish I could say thank you today. Cause he was an angel.
Only 8 minutes left till the meeting starts.
Taught me patience and one taught me pain. Now I'm so amazing. Say I loved and I lost. That's not what I see. Look what I've got. Look what you taught me. And for that I say thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. I'm so very grateful for my ex. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. I'm so very spend more time with my friends. I ain't worried about nothing. Plus I met someone else. We having better discussions. I know they say that I move on too fast, but this one gon' last. Cause her name is Nene, and I'm so good with that. She taught me love. She taught me patience. How she handles pain. Now that's just amazing. Cause amazing alone. That's not what I should. Cause look what I found. Ain't no need for searching. And for that I say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. papi chulo. Take me on to the dance floor. And work me, yeah, and work me, yeah. Come on, baila conmigo. Move me, papi chulo. Take me on to the dance floor. And work me, yeah, and work me, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Work me, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Work me, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Work me, yeah.
About this girl where I just meet. She looking fly, yeah, she looking at the boys looking like money right from my head down to my feet. She just smile at me. I don't really know what it means.
Sexy, so check out Mr. Funky, so jam.
Can I get your number, girl? Can I get your number, girl? Can I get your number, girl? Me, I wanna call you. See, I want your number, girl. Can I get your number? Can I get your number, girl? Me, I wanna call you. 656 54 7853. Rings me, I'm already dialing, baby. Hello, 656 54 7853. Rings me, I'm already dialing, baby. Hello, Amarachi. You just always to make me happy. You like saying now you are going
My lifestyle rich.
You my friends.
All of me girl them dip. Versace on me wrist. And the eyes on the chain of my drip. My lifestyle rich. Me go hard with each other to make my life better. I'm on it for me sweater. On me pants them a leather. Dipping a chip in chimagella. The ice for me chain of the weather. I true sheller. Gold black platinum top seller. It's lifestyle. Me a pass so the girl them a holla. Holla section watch them a follow. Say your bother you a big $1,000. Me go hard with the mullah. Giuseppe so me clean up. If you not like me, me not like it. Watch you make me turn the scheme up. My lifestyle rich. All of me girl them dip. All of me friend them rich. My lifestyle rich. All of me girl them dip. Versace on me wrist. And the eyes on the chain of my drip. My lifestyle rich. It's lifestyle.
From a wake up, me rich. As I see me walk, rich. Look how my teeth rich. Like a truck, rich. Tweet, look at tweet real rich. The pity them, rich. Twitter tweet them, rich. All of my puppy, real rich. Don't watch me, watch Ari. My style them the whole like Atari. TT must roll out the Ferrari. Carry my tall and me party. Rich! Chris Gale and me charge it. You say bold Chris Martin call me. Me a think for body TT Hardy. I should Jamaican on a road for
my
the garden.
lifestyle rich. All of me girl them dip. All of me friend them rich. My lifestyle rich. All of me girl them dip. Versace on me wrist. And the eyes on the train in my drip. My lifestyle rich.
It's lifestyle.
Man a half humble, man a bossy. Fling a rag a rhythm like it's all free. Bossy, house on the coast G. My money so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my kids like a bossy.
Hey yo, Idris, tell them what they're gonna take the piss. When Steffi step out to that turn up in a diss. Body comfortable, I'm physically fit. I'm a brown and
Okay, gonna leave this one. Let you take your meeting at T-Bar.
they done a pussy pretty with the okra body. Shut down in the city with me bad girl pussy. Every man want piece of me. The back of them a pop and them a bun weed.
Right now, it's all about the diamond, a round table, a wealthy conversation of like-minded individuals sharing their passion and skill set.
Bossy, Godfather, man a OG. Man a half humble, man a
Topics will be surrounding culture, travel, health, and education.
house on the coast G. My money so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my kids like I'm bossy.
Hey yo, Sean.
Hey,
So when me spitty body with it, maybe gala get with it. Spitty body with it, maybe gala get.
Electric Goddess.
With it, maybe gala get.
How you keeping?
Wind up your body and spin it. Girl, when you bubble, that's a trouble. Why you give me this something now? Turn it around and bring it. You're pressing it back on and on. If you push that button, my girl, down, but I can't tame it. Once you broke out and fling it. Once your body shaking up to the limit. Once you wild out to wild it to S to the base, step London and mid on edges. Is it?
Bossy, bossy. I came to rap it up, do my thing. Sabi put me on the gram and a remix thing. Pull tight Wiley with the Pacino flow. Godfather part 2, call me De Niro. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. Disrespect, man, get a slap on the chin. Man a king in a top, oh Larry, man a big DJ, Hawks, Megan and Harry. Boss, yeah, man a bossy. I make your girl melt like a toasty. I'll be this way someday, and I write for myself, no ghosting.
Needs a boy got money in a bank on. Ready for roll and blaze up this tank on. Got the girls from Jamwan to Hong Kong. The girl them champion. In it.
Bossy, bossy. Godfather, man a OG. Man a half humble, man a bossy. Fling a rag a rhythm like it's all free. Bossy, house on the coast G. My money so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my kids like I'm bossy. I fly around the world cause I'm bossy. Bossy, bossy. Godfather, man a OG. Man a half humble, man a bossy. Fling a rag a rhythm like it's all free. Bossy, house on the coast G. My money so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my kids like I'm bossy.
Okay.
I ran the world cause I'm bossy.
Gonna let you start the show now. I'll leave you in the capable hands of Atiba. Take care, one and all. I'll speak soon. Goodbye.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. Thank you, Mr. Funky. Atiba, are you going to say something to kick us off? You're muted. You're muted.
One love, Mr. Funky. Big up to everyone that's inside. Blessings, Isis, take us away. Energy, Empire.
Yeah, so greetings everyone. Thank you again, Mr. Funky, the music junkie, DJ Funky. Thank you for your wonderful set. And of course, big shout out to Atiba because he's the man who's made this happen. Carnival, Rejuvenation and Visit TNT and all the other visions that Atiba has, which we might hear about a bit later. So yeah, this is the first of Diamond Round Table. It's a Wednesday thing happening at 9 o'clock every week. And the idea is to have conversations, to share with like-minded individuals, to be able to talk about our passions, the things that we're good at, our skill sets, to share some learning, share some knowledge, and build community. Today, of course, is International Women's Day. We are claiming it as at least International Women's Month. Some call it Women's History Month, kind of similar to Black History Month, where we recognize that, you know, it's not really a month, it's every day, 365, but we claim a bit more of it. So we will be talking, or at least honoring to some degree, women in this event this evening. And, you know, we want to talk a lot about topics that are important to our community, our communities, things like our culture, things like travel, health, education, building wealth, you know, nation building. There are so many issues that are pertinent and relevant to us African heritage people and us people of the Caribbean in general. And we wanted to kick off tonight by really throwing out a question to kind of get the conversation going and seeing where it lands. We wanted to talk about our culture, and we thought we would frame it this way, sort of to ask people to share what's their favorite aspect of Caribbean culture. We recognize that not everybody here might be from the Caribbean or have lived in the Caribbean or were born in the Caribbean, but what you know of it. And if you haven't been there, then what would you look forward to in the Caribbean? But yeah, we'd love to hear the views of our people who've joined us. Introduce yourself and just give us maybe, you know, just a couple of minutes. What is your favorite aspect of Caribbean culture? let's kick off our Diamond Round Table this evening with that. So I don't know who wants to go first. I can see only one person's got their camera on. So anyone else, if they'd like to. Oh, greetings to Jade the Infinite.
Yeah, I guess
As
I would
I
be
know
the
you.
first person being chosen.
Greetings.
Hi everyone, Matthew Christmas, aka Rashope, representing Caribbean State of Mind as well, Eagles Empire, you know, and Brotherhood Sisterhood Collective. That is like a musical group with artists and entertainers coming together just to preach a positive word. And like the aspects of a Caribbean culture, I would say, being in London, I see that a lot of people love our carnival. It attracts the world, and that spells a great magnitude, a unity. So we have the capacity to share unity to the world in a sense. I see it as. That is my little piece, I think, for now as we go along.
Wonderful. Thank you for your contribution, my brother.
Yes.
So we have other people. Greetings as well, Sister Jade. You held up the group. Looking forward to hearing your contribution, because along with us talking about building community, building wealth around those sorts of issues, around travel, around health, etc., education, learning, we also want to showcase the skills within the community in terms of arts and culture. So, if we have performers will take part, and we hope to be sharing a lot more of the wonderful skills in our community. So we have Jade the Infinite, who I believe will be sharing something with us in due course. So we've got, please, somebody be brave, step forward. What's your favorite aspect of Caribbean culture? Why is it? Okay, should I start? Maybe. Okay, so brother, thank you, brother, for sharing that. So far, no one else has been brave enough to step up, so I'm going to step up. Oh, Ativa, are you stepping up?
My favorite aspect of Caribbean culture is, firstly, I was born in the island of Trinidad and Tobago. As you can see, the logo right there, the red, white, and the black. I'm a proud Trimbagonian. And obviously moving the Caribbean culture forward, interested in obviously getting us off the ground, connecting the two worlds together, streamlining the two worlds together, from the UK over to Trinidad, seeing how best we can do that, and then obviously establishing it all across the Caribbean through Caribbean global destinations. So what I love about the Caribbean culture is always coming from a building aspect of things, and just trying to build and see where we can take things onto a higher level.
Thank you. You're always talking about building. That is forever in your plans, my brother. Mm-hmm. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, would anyone else like to step up and say what they think, share a contribution? If not, I will have to keep this thing moving. Okay, so for me, I mean, everything is my favorite thing about Caribbean culture. Obviously there are some negative things, but generally I that's where I'm from. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, born there, and came to the UK as just approaching secondary school. So yeah, for me, I think it's so many things. I love the beaches, the sand, and the sea. The Caribbean Sea is the most wonderful sea that there is. There's something really special about that sea. There's something about the Atlantic that's foreboding, but the Caribbean Sea is warm and inviting. The beaches, culture in the Caribbean is also for me around the food, and the fruits, particularly like mangoes and soursop and pomsite and the pineapples. Basically, it's the food and the climate and the beaches the lifestyle. It's a lot of things. Those are the things that I love about Caribbean culture. So maybe Jade, would you like to be brave and chip in? I'm now just calling people's names.
Hello, greetings.
Greetings.
Well, I would say the music, there's such a vast, amount of music that comes from the Caribbean, from, calypso and soca to reggae, dancehall. There's even soul, there's fusion music. So I would say the music is probably one of my favorite things. I love all of the culture, but yes, the music and community.
Thank you. So we have Sabrina. Are you there, sister? Steve? We have two silent people. Okay.
Hello, hiya.
Steve, wonderful. We got you back. We've got you there. Thank you.
Sorry, just on a very busy road at the moment, so I'm going to stay silent. But what could I say about the Caribbean culture? What I love the most is probably the people. Obviously, the Caribbean climate and the environment that we must look after, and aspects of the culture, the creativity and whatnot. But there are, I think, a lot of parts of the culture that need to be visited, revisited, reformed, whatever. But I think those are the key things, I would say, for me.
Thank you. Thank you for your contribution.
Thank you.
So Sabrina, are you there, sister? Hello? Okay, I'm trying to get everybody involved. Okay, so we've all agreed that there are many aspects of the Caribbean that we enjoy. And I suppose as it's International Women's Day, the next point or talking point I think that would be important is to think about our women in the Caribbean and what it means to be a Caribbean woman, or how do we feel about being a woman in the Caribbean, basically. There's lots of issues, but there's also lots of positivity about it. There's there many problems up here. Also, maybe even what's it like to be a Caribbean woman living in England? If you're living in England, what's it like at the moment to be a Caribbean woman? Brother? It'd be interesting to hear your take on it. Brother, it's Ras. You're muted, brother. Sorry, I get your name again.
Question that well, but I will reply when let's see if we can get Miss Sabrina on. I love to give everyone a chance, as you know.
Yes, sister. Let's see if we can hear. Okay, still not. I think we can't get her on. Well, I mean, obviously,
it seems Sabrina wants to stay silent. So
yeah, it's a difficult question to ask a man, obviously. But I'm just wondering, what do men think as well? What is it like for Caribbean women? In the Caribbean over here. It's International Women's Day. Is it something we need? Why are we celebrating International Women's Day or International Women's Month? I don't know, maybe Jade, maybe it might be good for you to, as a woman, to share that first, and maybe Sabrina will come on afterwards.
I just think as women, there's so much contribution to the world that women give. So perhaps that's just why it is. I feel like maybe there were things that weren't recognized before that were finally starting to become recognized. So maybe that's why.
But why we're celebrating International Women's?
Yeah,
what
I feel
about
like
you, as a woman? Well, in your case, a young woman of would you say African Caribbean heritage?
Yes, British-born Caribbean heritage, African Caribbean heritage.
Right, like living in the UK. You know, what's it like? What's your reality in 2023?
To be honest, because of where I grew up is very diverse, so I'm very blessed in that way. You still, you know, as somebody of color, you still face certain things, but I will say that I'm quite lucky where, you know, I grew up in a very diverse environment, so my culture has always been celebrated. I grew up going to Carnival, I grew up with the music, I grew up with the culture, with the food, so I was very blessed that I had that growing up and instilled in me, so...
Thank you. Greetings, CMOS Company. I'm not sure, CMOS Company, whether you're male or female, but we started off talking about and asking the group what their favorite aspect of Caribbean culture was. And then we've kind of moved on from that, but would love to hear your take on that, to also, you know, what does it feel like if you are a woman, or obviously if you're not a woman, what do you imagine it's like? What's the situation for women, particularly our women, African Caribbean women, in 2023?
Well, I'm not a woman.
Cool.
Right, I was born in Trinidad and Tobago, grew up there, and I then lived in another Caribbean island of St. Vincent for 5 or 6 years, and then I moved to the UK. So the question was, what was one of my favorite Caribbean experiences?
Well, what's your favorite aspect of Caribbean culture?
Just the family life, the lifestyle. I grew up just outside of Port of Spain, and I grew up in a village, and we grew up just living in this communal way of life where everyone looked out for each other. We was always together. We always had enough, even though we grew up in settings that are labeled as quote unquote poverty. We had richness. We had a lot of what I now see was true wealth, because we had each other, we had nature. You know, I grew up bathing in the river every morning, going in the bush, picking my herbs for tea, going and getting spring water from the spring, you know, just playing in the sun all day. To me, that's real life. You know, coming to the UK, I realized how much we are not connected to nature over here at all. So I think one of the biggest things that are affecting females, Afro-Caribbean females in this 2023 is their lack of connection to nature, to true nature and true community living and experiences, especially over here. I think I was saying to Atiba that one thing that I think he should really do, I was giving him this idea that, you know, should really have groups taking people from the UK back and having them to have these connections of that community lifestyle that we grew up with, you know, and it's a balance. I know you know, those both sides of the coin and that spectrum is really, really necessary to have a really good balance of life and see where you're coming from and have that experience, that natural experience of just living with nature on that community level where, you know, everything is there. You know, that's what I miss. That's real life for me. Yeah, coming to the UK make me realize how much wealth we have back home. You know, so yeah, that's that for me.
Thank you. Thank you for that contribution. I totally agree with what you said there. I feel exactly the same. Exactly the same. And we've got Steve, and we've got Ras, and I can't remember the second part of your name, brother. Either one of you might. Sorry?
It's Ras Hope. Ras Hope.
Yes, Ras Hope and Steve. Either one of you want to chip in about, do you agree with what our brother from the CMOS Company has said? What Sister Jade has said about being a woman, or the challenges rather for women of Caribbean heritage? Oh, Sabrina, sister, greetings.
Greetings, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Were you able to hear the original question?
Yes, I was just listening. I wanted to hear how people were chiming in, men and women. I totally agree with both statements from Jade and the gentleman from the CMOS company. I think that there is a lack of just representation. There's a lack of, I would say, empathy, and just a feeling of loneliness that we have, because we are up against a lot from, you know, within the work industry, within our homes, just in general. I think, you know, that I think, yes, chiming in with nature is very important for that. I've just come back from Ghana 3 weeks ago, and just having all of those sort of natural resources around, like the bushes and the herbs and the resources that are in Africa, just made me realize how important it is to be in our own ecosystems, having you know, just a natural sun, you know, resource that is there for you naturally, the water, everything, the ingredients that you eat, everything is just really different and has a effect on your body, and how, you know, even your reproductive system, your hair, your skin, how everything works for you as a woman. And I'm actually really into CMOS. I think it's a really good ingredient, especially for women to have, especially for pregnant women and, you know, people who are suffering from illnesses. So yeah, I think that we definitely need to touch back with nature and engage with community, because I think that you know, people like Atiba are really trying to emphasize on bringing back the community. And, you know, I feel like what he's doing is really, really positive. And that pride of him bringing, you know, that awareness of Trinidad, you know, that's his concept. But, you know, my concept, I'm a Jamaican, but I've gone beyond that and looking into my African heritage and lineage. And the similarities are really mind-boggling when you go over there to Africa and see how the roads, the environments and everything are very, very similar. The smells, everything is very, very similar. And I think as a woman, being in these built up areas and stuff amongst all of this, you know, concrete jungles that we're in, and we don't get to get the nurturement that we need. So I definitely agree with both statements. I'm really loving this concept, by the way. I think you're a brilliant host, and I think that this is a really good platform, and I'm really happy to be a part of the first you know, series of this, and I think it's really helpful. I think that's one thing we also need, is these types of platforms for us to have these type of topics, debates and conversations in this type of way. So thank you to you all for attending today, and I'm just going to keep listening.
Well, give thanks, Sister Sabrina, for that contribution. It was fantastic. I have to say, you were silent for all that time and you just came in heavyweight. It was a really, really good contribution. And yes, we definitely need these platforms. We need to be able to talk and share. There's so much stuff going on out there, and it's important to be able to take time for ourselves. So, having said, sorry, sis, say that again.
No, I said definitely so. I'm agreeing with you. I really like your tone, and I really like your energy. You have a really lovely light and energy around there. And yeah, I'm just going to settle back and listen. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks. So we have Ras, Hope and Steve. Would you like to add anything around the situation, you know, as men, how you feel for like women, why we have this International Women's Day, etc.? I don't think there's an International Men's Day, actually, interestingly enough. But anyway, yes, Ras.
That's a good thought. I think Women's Day and Men Day, like Father's Day and Mother's Day, should be on one day.
Sorry, were you going to say something, Atiba?
There is an International Men's Day in November.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I apologize.
Cool.
So there is
Sorry, Russell. Carry on.
Sorry, yes, Russell.
Yeah, I would agree with all the speakers. Obviously, being out of our natural habitation is very disconnected. Even individually, we don't really congregate. Only for let's say for Carnival. That's the only time we really get chance in this country to really congregate, and it might have a little park line, they call it, I think. Yeah. But saying like traveling comes in a situation as well. It not everyone could travel at the same time or frequently because of probably certain circumstances they might have. Yeah. So connecting to nature is really important. I try to connect to nature in London here because it have a lot of nature here as well. Yeah. A lot of parks, and these are some of the aspects that I see that we need back home as well. Although we have a lot of nature home, we need a lot of developments in our communities.
But Ras Hope, can I ask you a question, my brother? Because that's an interesting point you raise about nature, and we're talking about that. But for me, when we're home, it's hot, okay? And so when you're outdoors, even though they might not have, like all these parks in the way we have in like London and like in other European cities, you have more of a freedom just to be out in nature. Do you not think that, like, because of the way we are in the Caribbean, and it's also the same in West Africa, I don't know the rest of Africa so well, but I'm sort of getting to know parts of West Africa. But I don't know, you're just in it anyway, you're just in nature.
Yeah, just being in nature, as the sister said. Obviously, our natural metabolism is not in this cold environment. And I think it also have an effect on the way we think and react to each other, being from the Caribbean. Because I would say I could have some encounters that were not so friendly. Some people, sometimes according to the time you in London, some people are here longer than some. Yeah, so they might achieve more than some. And I think the support is not there for people who now come and may have let's say immigration issues and there's a lot of things. There's really a lot of things. But being able to be in nature and travel back to the Caribbean or even Africa. I've been to Africa as well. And it's not just the nature to where sometimes the people you are around would make you so comfortable. And this is what we get home. We don't have the energy of community in London as we have back home. Yeah. So even if you wake up here in London, your neighbor wouldn't say good morning. And we are people, we are accustomed to these things. We are accustomed to these things. And if sometimes I come out and I say good morning and someone will just watch me like that, that's when I now I'm accustomed to it. I used to say, what's wrong here? Is she not hearing me or something? So I used to be worried, so yeah. And communicating with family back home also helps a lot when you are abroad as well. So it's a lot of different aspects we could add, Yeah. And I really appreciate this platform and as well too. And give thanks to Atiba organizing all these kind of events, Hope we have many more to come.
Indeed, Ras Hope. Give thanks for your very, very valid contribution. So before we move on, we're going to ask Jade the Infinite to do a little performance. What for us, Jade? What is it that you were going to do?
Hi there. I was just trying to press the buttons.
I know that one.
I'm going to sing a song, a classic. First of all, happy International Women's Day to all the women and to the men that embrace and celebrate women. A big shout out to Sabrina as well. Thank you so much. Thank you, Atiba, as well, for having me on here. And thank you so much as well for your light. So I'll start now with this classic song. Hopefully you can hear the... Yes, we can next.
Yeah.
If I were your woman and you were my man, you'd have no other woman. You'd be weak as a lamb. If you had the strength to walk out my door, my love would overrule my sins and I call you back for more. If I were your woman, if I were your woman, you were my man. Yeah. She tears you down, darling, says you're nothing at all. But I'll pick you up, darling, if she lets you fall. 'Cause you're like a diamond, but she treats you like glass. Yet you beg her to love you. For me, you won't ask. If I were your woman, if I were your woman, if I were your woman, here's what I do. But never, no, stop loving you. Life is so crazy and love is unkind. Was she hanging first, darling? Does she hang on your mind? You're but you don't even know, babe. I'm what you need, but I'm too afraid to show it. If I were your woman, if I were your woman, here's what I do. I'm loving you. Yeah. When you're woman, I never know stop loving you. You.
She can sing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well
that's
done, well
amazing.
done. What's it called?
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you
Thank you so much.
Blessings, Jade.
Thank you.
Jade, I think you should do one more for us, but take off the backing track.
Oh,
okay.
Do it a cappella because there's some feedback that's coming through.
Oh, was it cutting through?
Yeah, there's feedback that's coming through. So we're not like certain times it's like cutting in and out.
For me, just hearing those two, hearing your voice and Sabrina's voice is healing to me at the moment. Yeah. I am just healing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
I haven't heard some smooth voice like that for the past few months.
And quickly before we move on, Steve just said he had to go on the tube, so that's why he's currently not there no more.
Oh, okay.
But yes, Jade, take it away, man. But yeah, please with acapella.
Just something else, yes?
Yeah. And just hit us with acapella.
Yeah, let's get a little applause. Get some more.
the sound effects. I love it.
The crowd loves you.
Thank you so much. I'll sing another classic, something that I love, something that has a lot of great memories. Yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy. LA.
Oh, wow.
My love has come along. My lonely days are over. And life is like a song. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. At last, the skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in clover. The night I looked at you, I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I could call my own. I found a thrill I could press my cheek to, a thrill that I never known. Oh, yes, and you smile, and then the spell was cast, and here we are in heaven, for you are mine. At last. Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's beautiful.
I'll give
That
it
was
one
amazing.
more round of applause.
That's
Thank you so
amazing.
much. Blessings. Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, sister.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, so I think as a first session, we've been doing pretty well today. We've had the wonderful, beautiful, beautiful voice of Jade, the infinite beauty in her voice. And of course, we've been having some conversations about being women, this whole International Women's Day, and also about our favorite aspects of Caribbean culture. And I thought I'd just mention something because it's always good to have a few facts. So the Times Travel Supplement, that's the Times in the UK, that newspaper, last month published a top 14 or something. It said, it said the best Caribbean islands. And they had a list. So here we go, just for us all to know, according to the Times. Number 1 on the list is St. Kitts and Nevis. Number 2, Jamaica. Number 3, St. Lucia. Number 4, Trinidad and Tobago. Some of us are biased in this place because some of us here is Trini and Tobagonian. So, you know, but anyway, to carry on. Number 5, Grenada, the Spice Isle, our little cousins in Grenada. The Bahamas, they didn't say which island. There's a whole bunch of islands in the Bahamas. I've been to a couple of them, so I don't know. Then number 7, Antigua, again another beautiful island that I've visited. Aruba, number 8. I don't know if anyone's ever been to Aruba. Those are the ABC islands, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're colonized by the Dutch, aren't they?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, apparently a beautiful place. Barbados. Any Bajies in the house? We have plenty down where I am in Ladbroke Grove. That's number 9. Number 10, Dominican Republic. I have to say, because of the way they treat Haitians, and they're quite There's a lot of issues. I'm not a big fan of Dominican Republic. Their politics anyway. 11 Turks and Caicos. Anybody know the Turks and Caicos Islands?
Turks and Caicos.
Caicos,
no,
not
I've never been there.
Caicos. Sorry, Caicos. That's it.
Yeah.
Caicos.
Caicos, Grenada. Near Grenada.
Exactly. This is Caicos. Sorry, yes. Yes, brother, you were saying.
No. No, I've never been there, but I'm sure it's beautiful.
Number 12, Cuba. Somewhere I definitely want to see. No Cubans in the house. Don't worry. This is the first of many sessions. This Diamond Roundtable is going to grow and grow, and we will eventually have Cubans in the house. We'll have to have translators for Spanish, French, Portuguese. Maybe we'll have everybody, Brazilians, everybody in the house. Number 13, Dominica. My ex-husband's Dominican, so special place. Apparently they have 365 rivers, one for every day of the year, which I always hear. So there you go. That was the top 13 islands in the Caribbean. I don't know if we agree, but yeah, that's a list just for a little bit of information. So we've kind of had a conversation about the culture of the Caribbean, what we like. We've spoken a bit, obviously, about women. It's International Women's Day. We're going to carry on this month and have International Women's Month. We're going to be here again next week at the same time. I'm just wondering, is there anything that you think we should be talking about next week as a topic? The people here. Oh, thank you for the applause, my brother. Or are you putting your hand up?
Nah, Isis, I must give you a clap as well, man. Wow. Like, just wow. Like, this is why I said, you know what? I need to get Isis as the person that's hosting this. Do you get me? Because this is the energy that I knew was gonna come. And all I could see coming off the back of something like this, especially if we do it once a week, it's just pure greatness. That's all I could see coming off this. So thank you very much.
Yeah, so my brothers, what do you reckon? What should we be talking about next week? Throw some topic ideas at us so we can come up with it. And then Atiba will go away, and you know how Atiba's mind works. And he will come up with something and he will work it out. And then he'll come back to me and be like, yeah, this is a topic. Yes, my brother, Ras Hope, CMOS Company.
Yeah, well, I always on community development, because my experiences, I know charity starts at home, and a community come like a small home in a country. And like Trinidadians, we like to follow, yeah? So if something really positive happening in one community, it could be contagious to the whole country. As long as people are benefiting and they are seeing they're getting probably employment, or they're getting something out of it, not just coming to spend or contribute. Yeah, they have to get something out of it. Then you get a lot of people on board and participating and even speaking out. So it's more about bringing resources to the people and making them know that the resources are available. Access is available, because in Trinidad there's a lot of people don't really study politics. They don't study the law. So whoever studied the law should have a obligation to make people know their rights, to stand up for themselves, not in an aggressive way, obviously, in a more diplomatic way. And yeah, me is more community development for me. Yeah. And
so
and
it's
for the
like
ladies,
my brother.
for the ladies in London, you know.
Oh.
For the ladies in London, I say I think if ladies in London, because if we go to check Trinidadian, I talking about Trinidadians, yeah, could be 60-70% of Trinidad couples or relationship are not of Trinidadian origin. Yeah, and I think that's something we have to cater for as well. We ain't saying you have to be with a Trinidadian, but it would be nice if we could strengthen Trinidadian families that will be able to...
So hang on, brother. Are you saying, let me get this right now. Are you saying that back home now in Trinidad, most of the relationships, Trinidadians aren't with Trinidadians? or is it just Trinidadians aren't with people? Like, who are we with? All kind of people.
I didn't understand the question.
Are you saying that Trinidadians, for the most part now, back home in Trinidad, are not in relationships with other Trinidadians? That they're with
No,
other people?
I'm referring to Trinidadians in the UK.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
like
was
if
wondering,
you're
I was
all
thinking,
right,
oh
like
God,
you're a Trinidadian in the UK and you're doing well, you could assist a lady, or you probably had someone back home, or so we could grow the community up here as well stronger. The community
my brother,
up here
I
need to
think,
grow stronger.
I hear what you're saying, but you know what I think in London? And I think this is what happens with diasporic communities. And this is, again, something that, is worth discussing, the differences. You see, when we all come up here to England, we kind of get we get put into one category. We're no longer Trinidadians and Bajans and Dominicans and Jamaicans and St. Lucians. And, we're just, Black people, they like to call us. I call myself an African. That's how I define myself, an African woman born in Trinidad and Tobago of Yoruba heritage. But, basically, we come here and we become Caribbean community. You see what I'm saying? So we lose that I'm a Trinidadian, because these things, they only matter between us. But because of the nature of this society, and also, the racism as well, let's face it, the way we were treated, we kind of had to stand up together as one people. And so over here now, practically everybody's married or with somebody who's not from the island that they're from. Like me, my ex-husband's Dominican.
Yeah,
it's the same
I think
thing's happening. Everybody,
it have a little problem in that, because obviously, if we not with someone of our origin, we wouldn't want to go back home to build a foundation. You understand? Because if you're with somebody from Jamaica, you go Jamaica because you're following your love. Most of the time, the man does follow where the woman from. You understand? 100% of the time, the man does go where the woman going. You understand? But obviously, so then
Trini men,
you wouldn't get 100% relationships from Caribbean and from peers. But it's a good idea, I think, to strengthen the idea of going back home and developing. You don't have to go and live, but you develop your community. Even if you have a road, because where I'm from Toko area in the country. Yeah. So I accustomed to mountains, rivers, monkeys, trees, a lot of mangoes, coconut trees. I have all that in my yard. So I think
that's very inviting, my brother. Very inviting.
the time I was home, I say, well, look at how much coconut water I drink. And now I ain't drinking no coconut water, but I just get. But I say, like, yeah, man, I was preparing for this life out here. Yeah. By re-energizing myself with all these nice natural things, and but out here now is a struggle. It's a struggle. It's not an overnight fix. And we are aware with that, and we communicating with who we could communicate with and who on the same wavelength, as they say. Everyone won't be on the same wavelength. But as the individuals on that wavelength, the example we set will encourage others, obviously. Yeah, so community development all the way for me.
Okay, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah, Queen. And thanks, sister, too, as well. Very interesting. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, CMOS Company. I was just coming to you. Please, my brother, chip in.
Well, I would say, I'm all about health. For those that don't know, I've been alkaline vegan for the past 11 years. I've been following Dr. Sebi for that same amount of time. And CMOS is one of the things that I do. I do also have herbal products that I share with the community, because the truth is our people are not in the best of health at the moment. Caribbean people, let's just face it. Lifestyle disease is ravaging our communities. You feel me? And if we don't do something about it, it is going to affect the oncoming generation. And we know the foods that they're feeding them over here are not designed to give the best results for them on a physical, mental, and a spiritual level. Let's just face it. That's just the reality.
Yes.
And a physical. So they're not, you know, so to me, we have to really get back to our old school living of taking care of ourselves from the natural way, from the naturopathic way, going, getting our, you know, our herbal teas, our, you know, fresh fruits and vegetables, living off the land in the best way we can. That's the most important, because this is all we have, this body. If this is not good, you could just forget about anything else. You're not going to grow. A people that is sick is a people that is easy to control, and you would always forever be under control of someone else because you are not in the proper mind state to literally take control of your destiny, because you have to be mentally sound in order to make great plans for the future. It's a fact. And it starts with the food. It starts with what you're putting in this body. So an alkaline diet produces alkaline thoughts. It produces alkaline actions, thus giving us the results that we need to take ourselves and our communities forward. And that's, to me, that's the most important thing that we can really think about, because I meet so many people and everyone's got diabetes and I've got that. So, yeah. Hopefully that helps.
Yes, that's wonderful.
But you got to make an alkaline beer, yes, because them Chinese.
That could happen though. That's coming, brother.
But it was selling us. It was selling, I'm not telling you. Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah,
It's coming.
alkaline sea moss bear.
I have other deal with sea moss too, but on a small scale for the hour. So probably we
That's
could
no problem.
establish something in the future.
Yeah.
So look, let me just round this up now, because my brothers, we're coming to the end of the time that we spent together this conversation.
Okay, ma'am.
Hold on,
hang on, and I want to give Atiba something to go away with for him to think about framing the conversation, because we got one of these every week. So I think we've got one of them is definitely community development, Atiba.
Yeah.
To think whether that is something we're going to discuss. Because we've got topics, we're going to need a topic every week. So the more we have, the better. And the other one is around health. And in health, it was the context of like naturopathic health, herbs, and alkaline diet. And I think maybe, I don't know, brother from the
Education. We had education as well.
Okay. And maybe brother from the CMOS company, you might want to even present like a 5-minute thing at a future one of these on a Wednesday about this naturopathic kind of lifestyle, about the herbs, and also about the alkaline diet.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm all for that. I give a lot of free consultations all the time, and I don't mind coming on here and just spending a few minutes.
That would be wonderful if you joined us, and then if we agreed, I'm sure that you and Atiba are in contact with each other, and if you joined us on a particular day, we decided what day we put this that session on, and you could like do a presentation, because that's what you do. Be great to hear from you. I myself have been plant-based certainly since, well, yeah, God, many years. Like, yeah, more since my early 20s. So that I'm also very interested in a natural diet, and also use a lot of herbs, and yeah. Not always alkaline, but I try to make sure most of my diet is alkaline. So yeah, I think it's important for us to talk about this. Health is a part of lifestyle. It's a part of our culture. It's a part of our heritage, actually.
True.
And it does have a massive impact on who we are. So what I want to do is draw this to a conclusion, and to thank you all for taking part, for those who are not here and those who are here. Brother Ras Hope, brother, I don't know your name. I've got you down. I'm in my mind, your brother CMOS company.
My name's Ra. My name's Ra.
Ra.
Yeah, Ra.
Like Amun Ra.
Yes, correct. 100% correct. Yeah.
Okay, my brother Ra.
Yeah, man. That
and of
that
course-
powerful name, man.
Like
Yes.
hurrah.
Okay, hurrah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a powerful name. And of course,
Thank you.
a big thank you to Atiba. Atiba, my brother, do you want to step forward there, make yourself seen and heard as we bring this to an end?
Big up to everyone that's tuned in today. That was on board. Beautiful session, loved it. Energy, Empire, and don't currently know what the hell's going on with my screen. What's it called? So forget about that currently. But appreciation, and we're gonna be back next week again, and we're just gonna build on this. I'm gonna keep bigger and better. One love.
Peace
and
and blessings. I hope to
Isis,
see you again.
Thank you for your time.
Wait, and Isis, thank
And
you.
all the brothers, you know.
Thank you very much, Isis. Your energy is so great, and that's why I chose you to be the host of this.
Yes, well, thank you for calling it together. And yeah,
Sure.
it was great to have the Jade's performance as well. Fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
So we hope every
That
week
was
we'll
great.
have a
But
few more
effective.
people and we'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you'll be able to say you were here right at the beginning of this phenomena. Have a blessed evening.
Can I say one thing before
Yes,
we
my
leave?
brother.
And I want to say this on the topic of International Women's Day. The woman, the Black woman, the African woman is our responsibility. And I have to say that from a man's perspective is that I think a lot of us, we don't realize that her well-being is actually our responsibility, because what affects her affects us.
Yes.
100%, because if she is not in her right state, we all suffer.
Yes.
You know? So we have to look at it from a perspective of she is our responsibility. We're not going to get any further than her. So that once we think like that, we are more geared towards unity. And that's the most important thing, you know. So we have to remember that at all times, that the African woman is our responsibility. We don't have a choice. That's just what it is, you know. So that's share with.
Thank you for sharing that, my brother.
Positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to have that positive energy. I wish you all a blessed Wednesday night and a blessed week, and look forward to seeing you all next week again. Walk safe, walk proud, stand in your power. Asheo, asheo, asheo.
Namaste, namaste, asheo.
Take care.